Okay, so this video is on how I go about reading for directional bias. I mean, and so in order to understand this video, you really need a little bit of experience. It requires some previous experience because I don't dive into all the details of understanding price action or liquidity zones or anything like that. But anyway, so for me, how do I understand directional bias? How do I know which way it's going to go? Number one, I don't know which way it's going to go. This is my best guess, right? It's probabilities. It's based on probabilities. It's probably going to go here, probably going to go there, right? And comes from reading price and what's happened in the past and what's happening in the moment. The other thing is really price is only doing two things, in my opinion, right? Price is reaching for liquidity, or price is reaching for an imbalance. What is an imbalance? I'll point it out here really quick. Here's an imbalance, right? One right here. An imbalance of price delivery. What does that mean? This is on the daily chart, right? So to me, an imbalance is where price was delivered, but the opposite side wasn't given a chance to participate. So in this case, price just went up, and then the following day it continued on up, and it left this gap right here, right? So sellers were not given an opportunity to play in this market. So that's inefficiently delivered. In other words, this market is, if you look back in the history, like there's always an up and there's always a down. For every down, there's an up. For every up, there's a down, right? And so we're looking here in the recent chart, right? So price has gone up and left this imbalance. So to me, this is a point of interest for the future, right? I don't know if that's Monday or Monday's a holiday. If that's Tuesday or later in the week, or I don't know, a couple of weeks from now, I'm not sure. But I have to see how price is acting in the morning. By the time I go to jump in, is it below New York? What's it reaching for? It's reaching for an imbalance or liquidity. Now here are liquidity, right? Liquidity are these peaks right here, right? There's money to be reached for right there, right? The price wants to go there and collect these buyers that are here, right? So let me go back, and then you have more liquidity here. So these are all, to me, points of interest, whether it be now or whether it be in the future, right? So if you look here in the previous days, like there was a liquidity right here, and then basically price comes up, the following day it goes down, the following day it comes up, and then finally it reaches it and taps into it, and then it taps into it again and takes off, right? And it took off because it was reaching for what? The imbalance, right? It was reaching for the imbalance, and then it blew right past it. So to me, on a very simplified, this video is super simplified. I don't want to overcomplicate this, but that's all I'm really looking for, is price going for an imbalance or for liquidity. And so for the following day, for Tuesday, I think Monday is a holiday, so that means that either we don't trade or it only trades till about noon, 1 o'clock. But I don't trade on holidays. In the U.S., we have Memorial Day, and that's what's happening on Monday. So what do I think price is going to do? Well, first we'll see what Monday does. But I think eventually it's more plausible to me, more likely, that it reaches for this, right? So we'll have a market open, dips down, and then comes up for this liquidity, and then comes back and then closes there. That's what I think price is likely to do. But then again, I don't know. I haven't seen what price is doing in the morning. I'll take a look at it, and then I analyze it, and I decide, okay, is it really going up or is it going down, right? And that's really about it, But if price comes, if I look at price, and price opens up and it goes down, it goes up and then it starts coming down, where is it going to? First stop for me is probably the middle of the previous day candle. The next stop is probably somewhere right around here in this imbalance, and then close out. Who knows? I don't know. But all I do know is, again, I don't mean to be repetitive, but it's reaching for liquidity or it's reaching for an imbalance. I really have oversimplified this video, but I don't think it needs to be that more complicated. So on a higher time frame, this is what you're looking for, and then on a lower time frame, when you're rating price for the day, that's why I do my daily. You can go back and look at my market analysis, my market recaps, But those are for the day, right? Like you'll see price has opened up and then it's gone down, and it looks like it's probably going back right back up. Don't know. Um, Let me know if that helps. Tell me what you think, and again, if there's something that you're needing help with, I'm happy to make a video on it.